Hello everyone. So Spongsen is in here. So this week on this video I wanted to do this video and take a look at some things that are going to be happening in the markets on the week of the 25th to 29th of January. So we are going to look at some earnings that are going to be taking place from the US front. Then we're going to take a look at the S&P 500, the NASDAQ 100, and also take a look at some forex currency pairs, crude oil and USDZAR. Plus on the JSE front, we're going to look at PPC, EXARRO, KUMBA, and also BHP BILITON. And then we are going to look at this company that I spoke about earlier this week, which is MERAFE Resources. So moving on, so basically some heavy earnings are going to be taking place this week, and some of these earnings are coming from these large companies, which I normally call them the Fatman G stocks. So the Fatman G stocks are usually Facebook, Amazon, Tesla, Microsoft, Apple, Netflix, and Google. So four of the Fatman G stocks are reporting earnings this week. As you can see here on the earnings calendar, on Tuesday, Microsoft is reporting its earnings for the last quarter of 2020, and also on Wednesday, Apple, Tesla, and Facebook are reporting their earnings. So it should be a busy day on Wednesday, because also Boeing, a heavy a constituent of the S&P 500 and also the NASDAQ itself, is also reporting earnings. AT&T. So there's pretty much more companies reporting earnings this week. Also Visa, McDonald's, Caterpillar, and also Johnson & Johnson, which we have been speaking about for quite some time now. So as you can see that these companies here, which I call them the Fatman G stocks, are heavy constituents of the NASDAQ 100. So they are the largest components on the NASDAQ index, because as you can see them, Apple weighs close to 12% on the index, Microsoft weighs close to 8%, Tesla is about 5%, and Google 2%, and Netflix also has a weighting on the index itself about 2% as well. So when three of these companies move in the same direction, they tend to have an impact on how the index is going to move, or how the index is going to perform for the week. So moving on from the earnings calendar. So if we are looking at the charts here, this is the S&P 500 name, the S&P 500 futures chart. So as we can see here, the market has been trending strongly higher. This is the weekly chart. The market has been trending really strongly to the upside, and then it got rejected, and then there was a pullback like the previous week. But this week it maintained that the market regained its strength and then pushed back higher, erasing those losses and gaining its momentum here on the weekly chart. And then moving down to the daily chart, we can see that the market also on the daily chart is still trending to the upside. So here on the S&P 500, what I'm guessing here is that my target is that the market will go up to 39.18. That's my first target, and if it can go even as higher as 4,050 index points, or because the important level here on the S&P 500 is the 3,800 level, which has been a strong battleground for the past few weeks, because it has been bouncing there a lot, and then it broke off. Now we are waiting for the retest of this level, or if the retest can even go as low as 37.60. So these levels are very critical for the bull market to be intact, for the market to keep on going higher. If it doesn't happen that this level break, if it doesn't happen at this level, they do not hold, we may see some downward pressure that can put the index coming down to this level here of 36.30 level. So it's really important that this level holds the 3800 or the 3760 level. So moving down to the NASDAQ 100. So as you can see, the NASDAQ as well has almost a similar pattern as the S&P 500. The weekly chart as well is still trending strongly higher. The market dropped the previous week, but last week it also regained its strength and then made a new high of 13,368 points, and it closed at an all-time high last week. So it tells us that the market is still trending higher on the bigger time frame, but I'm pretty much concerned here when it comes to the daily charts because of this bearish candlestick that I'm seeing here. So this candlestick, this was the Friday candle. This candlestick is bearish, so I'm thinking that for the bull momentum to continue to go higher, the market has to come back maybe down to this level here, or even extend lower to this level to attract more buyers to the market, and then the market could maybe bounce off here and then move and extend higher. Remember that we spoke about the fat man stocks, Apple, Microsoft, Tesla, Facebook, and Google, and plus Netflix are announcing their earnings. So these companies have the power to drive the market down, and then also have the power to drive the market to move higher. So it's important that we keep both views for the market, that it is possible that it would move lower and then it can bounce off the 38,740 level before it moves higher. So I think the indices, the American indices, it's better to look at the American indices from a buy perspective, because they still show a strong momentum going higher. So moving down to the forex side, so we're going to take a look at EURUSD now. How has it been doing? Okay, so EURUSD here right on the 4-hour chart now. Let me set this one up. Yeah, so EURUSD on the 4-hour chart, you can see that the market started to trend down here, and then it find support in this level, and then it started to move higher, making higher highs and higher lows, higher high and higher lows. So I'm guessing that the market still needs to come back and pull down here just to complete the right hand side of the head and shoulder, of the reverse head and shoulder pattern. So I believe so that EURUSD this week will still have some momentum to move higher to the 1.2264 level. So I'm gonna be looking for buy opportunities on EURUSD unless this level is breached, and we can see maybe the market moving down again to the 120.56 level. But I'm pretty much confident that the market will come back and bounce on this level, and then it's gonna start moving higher. So moving on, going to the next currency pair, which is let me see here. Oh, GBPCHF. My voice is a little bit squeaky. I don't know what's happening with me, but it's a little bit squeaky. You have to bear with me, guys. Okay, looking at GBPCHF then for our chart, we can see that there's this huge rising wedge pattern here on the 4-hour chart. There's this huge rising wedge on the 4-hour chart. This huge rising wedge on the 4-hour chart. So I'm guessing here that this market will extend higher to this level, and then when it gets to this level, it's going to find enough sellers to push this pair down maybe to the 1.247 level, and even as low as the 1.1915 level. So because of this huge bearish candle, so I'm expecting the market to move higher, and then it's gonna find enough sellers on this level, and then it's gonna move even lower. So moving on, looking at oil WTI. So there has been some really concerning news going on around oil the past few weeks. As we can see that petrol prices have went up here in South Africa, but we don't know which side oil is going to go as in now, because like the OPEC countries still have to decide whether to cut production in 2020 or to increase production for the rest of the year. But I'm guessing here on the technical perspective, or from a 4-hour perspective, the market has to go higher to the $53 level. So it has to go higher to the $53 level. If it comes to this level, it has to find sellers, and then the market will move lower. If it closes above this level, I'm hoping that it will move higher, and then maybe break this triple top formation, 1 2 3, break this triple top formation, then the market will move higher, maybe to $55. But I'm guessing that it's gonna bounce here on the $53 level, and then the market is gonna go down. But I'm always keeping two views on these things, because like sentiment on oil changes time to time, and you also have to keep on, and we also have to have two views when it comes to oil and indices as well. So moving on, looking at the South African rand here, USDZAR. So the South African rand it's been like really strong for the past couple of months and couple of weeks. It has been really strong for the past couple of months and weeks. So I'm thinking that since I did an analysis on EURUSD, guessing that EURUSD is gonna move higher this week, which means that the dollar will be slightly weaker this coming week. So the market may extend higher to the 1530 level, and then we may find some sellers here on the 1530 level, let them push USDZAR lower back to 1473 level. So it's possible that the market will extend higher to this level, which will push USDZAR to find some sellers, and then the rand will be strong, and then the market will push down to the 1473 level. So also on the 4-hour charts as well, we are seeing that at the extension, we are seeing that the market it's possible for the market to make an extension to the 1432 level, and then it will find some sellers here on this level, and then the market will push lower. So this is the first part of this video. The JSE side, the PPC, EXARRO, and the KUMBA I will do on a separate video, because I do not want to make this video to be too long. But at the end of the day, it's very important that we keep note of what we say here. I'm going to be looking at all these assets for the rest of the week. They are going to be on my watch list. So to keep watch and follow through on what I do here, you can follow me on my social media pages, which is it's Sibo Dlamini, but I will also paste those social media things on the part 2 of this video when I do the JSE side. So it's goodbye for now. I'll see you on the next video when I do the JSE side. So it's pretty much goodbye for now. Thank you and God bless.